All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's me, your boy, the man, Engine to the City with the number two and TO. So I have enough space on my phone now to definitely do like 3, 4 videos of this, depending on how long each video is. You obviously see that I just posted like almost an entire new album last night, and I also posted a couple of new videos this morning, depending on when you watch this. That is, and what that means definitely to say is that so I got many things to get into. Many things. I'm trying to figure out where in God's name to start first, but I guess let me actually just start on the new music that I dropped, shall I? As I go back to YouTube on my laptop, let me get into that right quick because I want everybody to understand. One of the top things that I do with music is I have multiple brands with music. You could definitely say even multiple labels, really, with my music. I don't just do, just a straight hip hop or do just a straight whatever you would think that I do. I do many different types, many different genres. God first, I'm very diverse. And with that being said, um, with that being said, okay. Just making sure that upload. Sorry for my little pause right there. I'm trying to make sure this video uploaded, but it did. It did. Just gotta wait a couple more minutes till the video pops up though. You can never get the you can never stop this iPhone from sliding when it's angled on the Bose speaker versus when it's anchored on my little adopted and adored little picture frame there. I have to show y'all that eventually. Got that from my time at Wolfgang Bakery and Grooming. Go there for all your pet needs, predominantly for dogs. But let's get into it. So the first song that I dropped was titled "Prisoner." So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if any of y'all realize, but that song "Prisoner," I kind of got it a little bit off of the Weeknd's song "Prisoner." I kept reminding myself of that song, and then this morning I had to listen to it like 5, 6, 7 times in order to continuously get the feel back of that song. My version of Prisoner obviously was different than his to an extent. My Prisoner was me saying that at times I'm a prisoner to public perception. So if anybody has no clue what in God's name that means, that sometimes you're a prisoner to public perception, that means instead of putting out to an extent God first anything and everything, to just again continuously let the masses learn, build, and grow with it from it, and you face whatever backlash you get from whatever it is sometimes, because once again, I'm a people person, and like I said, I'm not trying to be PC with everything I say and do, but at the same time, I'm trying to be smart and wise with everything I do, which there's nothing really wrong with that at all. That's just, again, being godly, smart, and wise. It means that at times, with being a prisoner to public perception, means you're not going to post certain things or say certain things or do certain things in fear of the public backlash. And sometimes on Twitter, more not Twitter really, sometimes when I post on my Instagram, I got many Instagrams, but particularly my NJ to the City Music Instagram, particularly when I've posted on that this summer. I posted a lot of great quality material this summer, all for the further events of all people, for the kids, for schools, for just everything. I posted a lot of great quality material on there this summer, but particularly for my NJ to the City Music Instagram, I can tell you for a fact that this summer I fell prey to I want to say prey to public perception, meaning there was certain little topics that I just didn't go into posting about because I felt like the backlash from this could literally, you know, kill my career before it fully gets started. Now, like I say, to some, I'm already a local famous celebrity, and I'm very thankful, blessed, and gifted for that honor every single day of my life. The honor, love, the respect. But for a global standpoint, from a, I want to say all American standpoint, but more so from a global standpoint, from a countrywide standpoint, you don't want to kill your career in certain people's eyes before it even gets started by posting some unpopular opinions and or by posting on some touchy topics that you might fully know nothing about. Sometimes you can be wise with public perception and not posting and doing certain things. Sometimes you can be dumb with public perception. I'm trying to be as God first, smart, wise with it as I possibly can, because I do believe that most people again love and respect me, and most people that I meet, even randomly, whenever, wherever, it's all love and 100. They absolutely, I would say to just adore me, and so forth. But at the same time, I'm a prisoner to that at times. I'm a prisoner to, you know, not posting things at times because it's an unpopular opinion versus I know it's godly, but again, how are people gonna react to it? Because I understand sometimes just because it's godly don't mean anybody gonna agree with it. Don't mean anybody's gonna, accept it the way they should, take it the way they should. Some people might, even if it's a really godly point of view and opinion, some people might still reach for anything and everything, and they might as well, think to themselves, what now? Okay, let me take this, let me uh, negatively weaponize it, and let me use this against him or her for the rest of their life, and a few other things, ruin your name, your image, your brand, your reputation, and more. There's many ways to do it, and many ways to calculate it, and many ways for just a lot of things. Especially when you have a 30-second clip that can be cut into 2 seconds, 3 seconds of you saying something, out of context. The ways of the internet, the ways of video editing, even photo editing, very much as well. It's very, at times, it's very much, it can be used for good, bad, evil. It can be used for a lot of things, and at times I'm a prisoner to the public perception of not really any of that happening, but of prisoner to the fact of like, I know this is godly, I know this is positive, but again, how are people gonna react when it comes to like, it's still a very touchy subject. That even though if you're saying the right thing, how are people gonna react to it? Are you ruining your brand image before it ever gets fully off the ground? Like, again, you got some support, some buzz, but again, before, you get like that blue check mark, and to an extent, and I definitely didn't post a few things on my Instagram more particularly. I didn't post a few things on there for that exact reason this summer because of that public perception, that fear of the public perception that even though it's good, godly, and genuine, you might not still, accept it because once again, you just feel whatever way you feel. And I wrote that, and I wrote the song and I recorded the song because, like I said, I just felt a prisoner to public perception. Now, that's not to say all the time I am, because sometimes I am not a prisoner at all to public perception. A lot of times I just God first promote whatever I want to promote, put whatever I want out, and let the people again judge and react to it accordingly. Just depends on, again, what I'm feeling like. Sometimes I feel more gutsy than other times. Sometimes I feel more, safe spaced than more, than others. It all depends on, how I'm feeling, God first on that. I wouldn't really call that bipolar, but at the same time, I definitely more so just call it, I just, I have my times where I'm feeling more confident than others, and I have my times where I'm feeling more safe space than others, you know. Yeah, so at times I'm a prisoner to public perception because I don't do certain things or say certain things or post certain things that I know are godly and I know are truth and authentic and real, but I don't post it because I'm afraid of the public perception with the, outcry and, just the hatred and the bias and the bigotry that can come with it. Dare I even say sometimes the conversation that can come with it, because once again, are people going to perceive it the way they should? And I don't know, if how many of y'all, again, are that much in touch with today's political spectrum, but, we're living in that day and age where people are very much getting absolutely deplatformed and completely shut down and can barely sometimes pay their bills because they express opinions that are unpopular to the, I want to say to the hierarchy. Or whatever word you want to put there, to the society masses at large or whatever, like I say, most of my stuff is all real, it's all genuine, and I'm pretty sure, at least right now, God first knows I don't really fully have to worry about that, but, I'm just, it's the same time, I would rather play it, it all depends, again, my mood, what is posted, what's written, what I'm saying, what I'm doing, and, and so on. Trust me, I'm not really afraid, again, if you were to put this into a real Christian conversation of persecution, trust me, I've faced persecution, at least I think I have, multiple other times by multiple other people, and I've outlasted it. You know, I feel like God is speaking to me every single day on how to literally keep handling these situations, and you know, and coming out bigger, better, and stronger, and more bolder, and just than just, you know, other than that, again, you know, being recaptured by, you know, the love again by other people who truly get it. You know. But I think that's probably it for the prisoner part. I'm pretty sure I already, you know, expressed everything I needed to express to y'all. Like I say, I love my work. I love, you know, music. I love YouTube. You know, I love posting. I love blogging. I love God first everything, and I just want to continuously do what I can to keep on, you know, owning it. But I cannot lie to you that that's where the prisoner song came from. Is that sometimes I feel like I'm a prisoner to public perception. I'm not going to post certain things or say certain things because I'm afraid of the negative outcry that it could possibly get from people turning their backs on me or whatever else. You know, because again, we live in a day and age where people are sending death threats over and over again. Not to say that I think any of that's going to, like, you know, even if you did send them to me, I'm going to tell you, I know you're not going to do crap because, you know, we live in a day and age where, again, if you were going to do anything, you would have probably a lot more going on in today's day and age than what you do. A lot of people, they are just very much cowards on their keyboards, and they're going to just say and do and post whatever they want. I mean, we live in a day and age where those are the people that are sadly winning versus the real truth keepers, you know, to an extent. I mean, on the surface, they're winning. On the spirituals, they're losing, and they're probably going, you know, somewhere. But, you know, I just know that, you know, pray for me when it comes to the public perception thing, the prisoner part of it. You know, for the most part, you know, I play my life for the most part as, you know, I, God first, literally post some of the realest, rawest, authentic truths and details about my life and society and social and whatever else. So for the most part, I don't really have to, you know, worry about, you know, what I wrote about in the song. I really don't have to. It's just, like I say, it's self-made stress. It's a 1% of my life where I fully worry about public perception. It's literally a 1% where I truly care, you know, and I take to myself when I let that 1% take over me and stop me from posting something that I know is some of the real authentic that could really help a lot of more people, because I'm thinking to myself, it's a 1% of your self-made stress right now. 1%. Look at everything else you greatly posted, and you know this is godly. You know, so you know, I mean, like I say, you know, I'm continuous, like any Minio's album, work in progress, and we'll see how I continuously grow into that hemisphere of public perception, not caring about it, hopefully at all anymore. But I know when I do care about it, it's a 1%, and you know, I hope everybody understands. Because I mean, I'm just saying, there's a way to play things smart versus ignorant, and I want to play things smart, not ignorant. You know, we have too many people playing things ignorant because of death threats. People, those people playing everything ignorant, saying stuff you're never gonna do because you're never gonna see these people in real life. You know, and so on and so on. I mean, these are people sending death threats from, yeah, I mean, you know, different states, different countries at times. You know, I mean, you people, I mean, a lot of these death threats, people, they know they're never going to do anything, and I just really, really wonder why they keep on doing that. And that's why I say in a lot of other videos, we have a serious problem with church and community, because you people should understand this. You know, you know, these, I mean, again, it's just like, what is going on here? Where people think it's cool to sit at home, tap on their keyboard, and send death threats. That's not cool. It never was. It makes you look horrible. It makes you look like a coward, and it makes you, and it exposes, dare I say, your insecurities at the end of the day. Your insecurities, your, I want to say, biased privilege or whatever. It exposes a lot of negatives about you that you probably didn't even see within yourself. A lot of people, that's why I say, need this mental health training today, because I'm telling you, if they don't get it today, I mean, it's gonna be a cruel world for them tomorrow, you know, and so on. So I got more coming. Thank you all for listening, watching, and subscribing. It's me, your boy, man, NJ to the city. I got more coming soon. Hope that everything I just said with public perception and prisoner made sense to you. I know it makes sense to me. There's probably another way I can go into it, but that's what I got for now. Take care. Your boy, man, NJ to the city. Out.